Garland there showing how fast he can get rid of it.
And here's Bryant outside. Cavaliers with a rebound. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
Yes, the first of 4 meetings. Between the teams, they should be quite familiar with one another by the end of it.
And the more you see each other, the more contentious it gets. No bad blood between these teams right now, but that can change over the course of the season.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
And it's Allen who slams it home.
And this is why you feed the big fella Allen on the inside. With his size, he is a major threat anywhere around that hoop.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, B.A. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Here's Bryant. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Bryant's got 5.
Ooh, how sick was that, guys? I mean, he makes defenders look silly with moves like that.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Allen. Over Siakam, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. He'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam.
When you look at the age of Jared Allen, the way he's developed, he could be a top 5 center in the league very soon. Fantastic impact on the court he has.
A big group substitution here for Toronto. Achua's checked in for Siakam. Young comes in for Barnes. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Anunoby. And it's Ben in for Trent. And the Cavaliers will go for a different look here. Love is checked in for Mobley. Wade comes in for Okoro. Karis LeVert's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Rubio is subbed in for Darius Garland. And Allen has the defense and finishing that you want from the center spot, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. Allen can switch on the guards with ease. Great lateral movement and contests very well. Having a center that can do that is huge for a team.
The kick out to Young. The baseline J is on the way. That one is off. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Here's Rubio. No good there. Excellent D there from Bryant. The Raptors with a lead. Outside for Porter. Bryant against LeVert. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Porter. 10 points for him. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Bryant against Rubio. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. He gets it in there.
You don't want to give Love too much breathing room. He can shoot from just about anywhere on the floor.
And that one's good. Bryant's got 12 points in the game. LeVert outside. Pass to Allen. Fires the three. No good. Misses at the buzzer. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Raptors out in front, up by 8. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after the break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. You know, you take a look at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, what I love is the tremendous belief in their bench. They were looking for points, and their reserves delivered.
Sometimes you just need a change of pace. The bench delivered that.
Van Vliet teams with Anunoby on the perimeter. Pascal Siakam out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Bryant in at the 1. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter.
When you're guarding Mobley, you have to finish the possession on D. Seal him off, or Evan, this man's going to punish you on that glass.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Going all in, that was the 2K drive. Well worth a second look.
Yeah, nice finish from him on that drive. Uses his body well and helps extend the lead.
And the shot goes.
Defensively, you have to put lots of focus on Garland, so that opens up things for others to get their shine.
Here's Bryant. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
And for the Cavaliers, RJ, they found a little bit of rhythm after the LeBron era.
They sure have. A little 3-year skid. It looked like they were lost, but they kept some veterans around and brought in some great young talent. Maybe not title contenders, but they can make a big splash.
Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto. And the shot is good by Garland.
You got to be right on Garland from that mid-range spot because he is lethal from there.
Bryant on the drive. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be Evan Mobley. You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision?
Yeah, B.A., I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a competitor, you want to make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, contest at the rim when you feel that you can. But when someone like a Vince Carter in the midst of insanity, that's when you make a business decision. And that's a smart decision.
Down low. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Outside Garland. Love up top. Puts up a 3. And Bryant pulls it down. Toronto's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Cavaliers have surprised many with their ascension. Coach Bickerstaff said they had to be really patient through some difficult times, but his star center, Jared Allen, said, quote, no matter who's in front of us, big or small, we're going to go out there and fight till the end. Brian?
Now, that's what got him here, Allie. Thank you. It's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Pass to Bryant. Shoots over Mobley. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
And one of the big names on the move this past summer was Donovan Mitchell. Now, you figured his time in Utah was up as the team decided to change their core up. Could be a game.
So it's Toronto, ending the quarter up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back.
The Cavaliers, 35.
We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Trailing by 10. And on the floor for J.B. Bickerstaff as we get into the second half. Okoro at the 3 with Mobley at the 4. Donovan Mitchell out there with Darius Garland. And it's Allen in at the 5 down low. Just 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. And he trims the lead to single digits. Garland's got 8 points.
Such a consistent shooter. Garland has worked so hard on his three-point shot.
Trent outside. Pass to Van Vliet. Anunoby with it. Now here's Trent. He's got 5. Checked in for Trent.
Toronto. Scotty Barnes, shooting 1.
That free throw good from Barnes.
And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well.
Garland, the pass to Allen. Here's Okoro. Back to Allen. Pass to Mitchell. From 13. Barnes with the rebound. Grant, you think back to those early Raptors jerseys with the big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at the kids.
Yeah, of course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and packing the seats. To the paint. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
For a big, Allen is so fluid, setting a pick and then gracefully rolling into position.
The Raptors have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Kicks it out to Bryant. Hey, puts up a 3. And again, no good by Toronto. Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Garland against Van Vliet. From deep, Mitchell. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Garland's got 4 assists in the game.
This is one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
And here's Bryant outside. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Back to Mitchell. From outside the arc. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Siakam finds Bryant. He shoots a 3. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
And Darius Garland has proven he's a franchise player, Grant. And the upside is still there for him.
Oh, wow. He could be one of the best guards in the league when he hits his prime. He gives you everything you want from a point guard. This team was patient with him, and it paid off. Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
Here's Garland. Give him 8 points now. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And when you look at Van Vliet on the floor, you would think he gets targeted on defense. But for a player his size, he more than holds his own.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Hugh Dansby.
with some changes. Achua's checked in for Siakam. Boucher comes in for Barnes. And it's Ben in for Fred VanVleet. And the Cavaliers will go for a different look here. Love is checked in for Jared Allen. Wade comes in for Okoro. Karis LeVert's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Rubio is subbed in for Garland.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
Yeah, they have a long way to go, but attacking the rim like that is a great way to start a comeback. A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Pass to Mobley. LeVert outside. Here's Wade. Anunoby covering. Outside Love. The shot off that time. Achua with some nice D.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
LeVert outside. 4-3. Off on that one. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Raptors out in front, leading by 17. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game.
Changes here for the Raptors. Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Achua. OG Anunoby comes in for Boucher. And it's Bryant in for Fred VanVleet. Jared Allen, he's checked in for the Cavs. Garland comes in for LeVert. Garland against Bryant. Excellent D there from Bryant. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And no good. As the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missed them both.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Time called here. The Raptors decide to talk it over. They lead by 1. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game.
Yeah, and this game really has his fingerprints all over it. He's been dominating and making it look effortless. It's always fun to watch someone just flat out take over like he's done here today. And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
From deep, Mobley. The shot comes out. So a close game sees Toronto taking this one. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. This is Brian Anderson saying thank you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
Great win and a stellar performance from you tonight. Are you encouraged by how you played?
Yeah, of course. You know, we got a great group of guys here. and this feels good.
Fantastic win tonight, MP.
Thanks, John.
What was your favorite part of tonight's game?
You know, John, there was a lot of noise this offseason about whether I was the right pick at 18, so it felt really good to get out there and just start proving.
There were a lot of media outlets in the preseason that made a big deal about the fan base's so-called negative reaction to you on draft day. But I did see quite a few people in the stands supporting you. Mm-hmm. Could you speak a little bit about that?
Community. Community is everything to me, so it's very important for me to have the fans on my side. You know, with that being said, it's only up to me to give them a reason to cheer. Okay, that's it? All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay, I will let him know.
What up, Rick? You good?
Hey, yeah, just got off the phone with Othello Akpem's assistant, and,
So what you say to MP, come on in, take a seat.
What's up, MP?
Coach Graves, Mr. Akpem. Okay, Freddie made it seem like I had to do a bunch of PR stuff just to get my...
Sounds good, Jerry. Yeah.
Not too many blessed with this corner vision. Don't give them knowledge, give them more religion. Poor decisions, mama couldn't pay, so they told her pray for the Lord's assistance. They read our souls, so we bought some Christians. Louboutin, who's LeBron? Shut up, dribble. We lost resistance. My words are beacons through the darkest distance. Converse with heathens that get lost in systems. Lead the village till them forces listen. Torches glisten. I sat with Cassius across from Liston. I'm Marcus Garvey with a heartless army. Malcolm by the curtains, you a carbon copy. I'm disturbing, hard to stop me. Conform to life is what we always do. It's hard to accept the damage a would do. Now they wiping the floor with you. I can hike in the smallest view. It's all on you. It's not just a rap when you looking back, cause there's nothing there to look forward to. No use in mending when your heart is torn. So to them we hardly mourn, re-emerging in godly form. Cry when your daughter's born. Tell me how could you party on? You hardly wrong. Just cover their ears when Megan and Cardi's on. Don't mean to single out these artist songs, but words is a weapon. That's what my father warned, and it's worse when the art performs. Yeah, the way I'm thinking astounds you. I'm saying what I want, you just saying what you're allowed to. You claim you married the game, who these lames are saying they vows to. Can't change the people around you, just change the people around. Let's go. Can't remember who, it's too hot. We giving out sermons on these rooftops. Staircase confessionals, it's in my two tops. We giving out sermons on these rooftops. Can't remember who, it's too hot. We giving out sermons on these rooftops. Staircase confessionals, it's in my two tops. We giving out sermons on these rooftops.
Hey yo, Grandma read from Matthews in the book of Joseph. Learned the cash rules, started.
And let's say you sin past an important date, for example, like the trade deadline. Don't worry, administrators can reset that. You will always have full control.
Now that you know how to set up My NBA Eras, can you rise to the challenges, defeat your friends, and build the ultimate dynasty?
Well, I know Team 2K TV is about to try it, so we'll be having a draft real soon. Make sure to check back for that.
Here, but teams, Greg, beginning to hit their stride and get into a rhythm. Changes here for the Raptors. Achua comes in for Pascal Siakam. That's Bryant in for Fred VanVleet. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Anunoby in at the forward with Barnes next to him. Gary Trent is out there with Bryant. And it's Achua in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Mills can't hit. Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. The 3 from Bryant. That one, no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
2 division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
Takes it from 10, and he overshot that one, missing. Toronto's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. And you look at MP, you have to think back to his very successful college career, Greg. Was an outright star at that level.
Yeah, stayed 3 years before making the jump to the NBA. You don't see that too often nowadays, but he won a college championship and had nothing left to prove.
Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Showing some assertiveness inside. Warren knows you can't beat the defense if you play scared.
Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile. For a modern NBA defense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Simmons checked in for Durant. Joe Harris comes in for Warren. And Edmund Sumner's subbed in for Patty Mills. Young's checked in for the Raptors. And here's Bryant for 3. Sinks the triple. Bryant's got his second basket of the night. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. First quarter. Pass to Irving. To Simmons. The shot missing. So the Raptors will take it the other way. And it's Trent off the drive. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
What a tough finish with all that contact. When Gary's doing damage inside, it's scary.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And Kevin, little plays like that one will help them manage this lead heading into the half. How about the determination? Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Over to the wing. A pass to Sumner. Harris, bounce pass. Irving for 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Last game for Brooklyn, it was a loss to the Pelicans. Harris dishes to Simmons. Back to Harris. 34 seconds left to play in the first. The shot's good from Irving.
Shoot first kind of guard. Kyrie Irving doesn't waste any time.
The 3 from Bryant sinks the 3-pointer. Bryant's got 8 points.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well. You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Anunoby passes to Bryant. Here's the 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here. Possibly over before it began.
And so it's Toronto holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Here to put on a show,
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Simmons. Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. And Irving subbed in for Edmund Sumner. So for Toronto right now, they've got Bryant. OG Anunoby is out there with Otto Porter Jr. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Van Vliet into the 1. Harris kicks to Warren. A floater. Count the basket.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Bryant can't get it to go. Nets trail by 9.
And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant's still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle, and the decision was made to run it back. One thing's for sure, when you've got KD, you've got a chance.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for the Raptors. Trent comes in for Fred VanVleet. Trent finds Young. Toronto working the ball around now. The shot's good from Bryant.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Irving against Bryant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
It's on Thaddeus Young.
Kyrie has the total package. He can drive it right, left, step back and hit a jumper. Hard for any defender to contest this shot without fouling.
And Toronto making a change. Achua's checked in. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much. We can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, D.A. Thank you so much. The shot by Bryant, no good. Nets trail by 11. Irving dishes to Harris. With the drive, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one goes on Anunoby.
Improving every season he's been in the league. Harris is quietly one of the best perimeter shooters in the game.
And a deep roster for the Raptors. But, Smitty, do they have the star power, the star talent to win big?
Well, they have Scotty Barnes. He was last season's Rookie of the Year. His growth will be key. But with Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam, all-star caliber players, Toronto's not shy on talent, Kevin.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Sumner.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
A 3 from Bryant. The Raptors rebound. It's not going to go for him. Here's Sumner, defended by Trent. And Sumner gets it to go. 5 seconds left to play here in the half. Bryant, that's for 2. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
That is situational basketball. It takes a good understanding and good execution.
And so it's Toronto going into the break with a 10-point lead. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. We'll get right back to the action when we return. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere. Substitution here for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Curry comes in for Warren. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Irving. And Edmund Sumner's subbed in for Patty Mills. So with Irving on the bench, this is the group that Jacque Vaughn has right now. We've got Durant, Seth Curry is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Sumner in at the point. When you think of backcourt offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities. Over the taller defender, this is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
And let's give him some credit. He read the situation well. He created some space, and he delivered.
The Raptors making a switch here. Trent's checked in. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Sumner. And that time, also a missed shot. Raptors leading by 14. Bryant looking over the floor. Inside. And finished off by Siakam.
Assertive move by Pascal Siakam. Slamming it in before anyone can contest it.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Outside Durant. Takes the 13-footer, and the jumper is on the mark. Durant's got 9.
What versatile shooting by KD, making the most of a mid-range look.
And here's Bryant for 3. Simmons pulls it in. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 14-point game. Up next for them, the Grizzlies. The FedEx Forum. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Pass to Sumner. 5 to shoot. Nice D from Porter. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Dishes it to Bryant. From beyond the arc.
Toronto foul.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 from 3-point range here in quarter number 3. And here's Irving. He's got 15. Simmons passes to Irving. Misses there. And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We come back right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones.
Durant checked in for Ben Simmons. Raptors also changing it up. Chris Boucher comes in for Young. That's Bryant in for Fred VanVleet.
And when you talk about Chris Boucher, an impressive forward who brings a lot to the table.
So the Raptors 5 right now, sharing the wing spots for them. It'll be Trent Jr. and Anunoby. It's Boucher out there with Barnes. And it's Bryant in at the 1 spot. Anunoby passes to Bryant. 3-pointer. Here's Barnes. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Good instincts from Scotty Barnes on the offensive glass, and he put it back home.
Down low, here's Warren. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Warren's got 12 points here in the second half. And Boucher is one of those guys, Smitty, you love having in your rotation.
Kevin, he can score, rebound, and defend very well, and has shown a willingness to want to get better, which is something you love to see.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Toronto.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Knocked away, and it's out of bounds, and they see last touch by Bryant.
Substitutions on the court.
Sharp, the pass to Sumner. They need this. Misses at the rim. And the Raptors with the ball. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. And here's Bryant for three. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
14 points. Into the lineup for the Raptors, Thaddeus Young. Raptors foul. Second personal foul. Team's fifth foul.
And he makes the first.
At the line, Edmund Sumner. Stepping them up.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. 5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Bryant, that's for two. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
What up, Ash? Press?
Hey, what's MP stand for anyway? Sounds like...
You know what? That's real classy. Why would he even mention me?
Great game tonight. You really had it working on the offensive end.
Yeah, man, I was just trying to stay aggressive. My teammates were looking for me on the offensive end, and I just tried to take advantage, look for my shot, and stay hungry on the end of the court.
Do you see yourself as the go-to player?
Not too many blessed with this corner vision. Don't give them knowledge, give them more religion. Poor decisions, mama couldn't pay, so they told her pray for the Lord's assistance. They read our souls, so we bought some Christians. Louboutin, who's LeBron? Shut up, dribble. We lost resistance. My words are beacon through the darkest distance. Converse with heathens that get lost in systems. Lead the village till them forces listen. Torches glisten. I sat with Cassius across from Liston. I'm Marcus Garvey with a heartless army. Malcolm by the curtains. You a carbon copy. I'm disturbing. Hard to stop me. conform to life is what we always do. It's hard to accept the damage your would do. Now they wiping the floor with you. I can heighten the smallest view. It's all on you. It's not just a rap when you looking back, cause there's nothing there to look forward to. No use in mending when your heart is torn. So to them we hardly mourn, re-emerging in godly form. Cry when your daughter's born. Tell me, how could you party on? You hardly wrong. Just cover their ears.
Ash, not one chair?
I don't do chairs.
What you got there, Ashley? Huh?
Bunch of hopefuls. Everyone, I'd like to introduce MP.
That just comes with the territory, you know? Like, we make...
MP, let's stay with the draft for a moment. A big part of the reaction to your selection was the fact that Shep Owens, your biggest rival, was still on the draft board.
That's right.
But a lot of people think he has the higher upside.
I mean, look, Shep would be a great track and field player. I mean, all you got to do is run fast, jump high, and you get a medal. You feel me what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, but if you want to be the best hoop in the world, you got to shoot, you got to defend, you got to...
MP, you know we keep it real on here. I got to ask you.
Yo, honestly, that's just who he is. He's a trash human being who has no class.
Wow.
That's all I'm going to say.
We got real beef. Let's make some hamburgers. Tell them how you really feel, young blood.
Well, this has been unforgettable, and I'd love to continue this conversation, but unfortunately, we are out of time. MP, thank you for joining us.
Wait, so that's it?
It's been a real pleasure. Yeah, and then we got to wrap things up, but you have been a tremendous sport.
A new 2-week event has started in my team. Sasha, do you know what time it is?
It's time to go out of orbit.
That's right, Sasha, and we're doing so with the sharpshooting Galaxy Opal, Ray Allen. If you want to add him to your lineup, you'll have to earn 10 takeover players and 5 out-of-orbit event cards.
This time, there's a bit of a twist, as some of these takeover players can be earned from wins in different modes.
There's 4 pink diamonds available.
At this stage of the season, balancing minutes is a top priority for a lot of teams, Brent.
Yeah, it's such a grind, and so teams are trying to find better ways to...
Substitution for Miami. Dedmon comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Hero in for Oladipo. The Raptors also with a sub. Bryant, he's checked in for Trent. So the Raptors 5 right now. Anunoby and Barnes are the forwards. Fred VanVleet out there with MP. And it's Siakam in at the center position. Here's Hero. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very, very professional win.
Here's Dedmon. Man, he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. They'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam.
Dedmon at 7 feet tall. He's always going to be a load and somebody hard to root out on the inside. That time they had to whack him.
Geert Sevens checked in for Miami. Strus comes in for Lowry. So Toronto going with almost an entire new group here. Achua's checked in for Siakam. Young comes in for Barnes. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Anunoby. And it's Ben in for VanVleet. A nice shot by Butler. Butler's got his second basket of the game.
This is feeling a little bit too easy right now for Jimmy Butler out there.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile 1 drive.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. There's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Hey, from beyond the arc. No good. And Miami will go the other way with it. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
They took the season series against this opponent last year. High-profile games are the best.
Porter pulls it in. The Raptors with a lead. Pass to Bryant. Jacks up a three. They get it back. Here's Young. Drops in the layup for two.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Hero, the pass to Butler. Lets the three fly. And there's Hero on the assist from Butler.
Good, smart, patient play by Jimmy Butler that time. You leave someone that wide open, and he's going to find him.
And here's Bryant outside. Hits the trifecta. Bryant's got 8 points. And watching the 18th pick of the draft, MP, there was a lot of debate as to where he could get selected.
Yeah, there was a lot of film on MP, but not a real sense of his role. Teams like his intangibles, but weren't sure if the upside of taking him in the first round was there.
Drains the triple. Here's Hero. A 26-point game for him in the win against Boston. Fires from deep. He can't get that one to fall.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter, just pounding the painted areas. That's helped them build an advantage. We'll be right back after this word.
Here come the Heat dancers, everybody.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. You know, you take a look at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, you have to love their activity level at the defensive end, racking up those steals.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. They've got MP, Pascal Siakam out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Gary Trent, and it's Van Vliet in at the shooting guard position. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Miami is very efficient. Coach Spoelstra said, quote, you want to maximize your offense in all the different ways in your menu without feeling like you're taking turns. I don't think anyone would say that about our team. They're an unselfish group that likes sharing the ball, and they enjoy each other's success. Brian?
Allie, thank you.
It just doesn't feel like Bam Adebayo is 6'9". He covers so much ground.
And here's Bryant outside, and the Raptors, another three. Hey, you look at the numbers that MP has been putting up. It's hard to believe that fans still would have preferred Shep Owens in the draft.
I know. I mean, I guess everyone is entitled to their opinion, but MP has shown he's at least worth the 18th pick. Fans can't ignore the numbers he's putting up forever.
So it's Miami now, down by 15. Coming into this, having knots to win against Boston in their last game.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Here's Adebayo. Siakam with the defensive effort.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
And here's Bryant outside. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
And Brent, you look at Miami's playoff pedigree. They've made the Eastern Conference Finals 6 times over the last 12 years.
Yeah, and those 2 championships they had in that 12-year period were square on the shoulders of their big 3 that they put together. But I don't see them slowing down. When it comes to reloading, this team knows how to do it well.
12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Lowry, the pass to Strus. Back to Lowry to stop the run. And it's Toronto with a rebound.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
And here's Bryant outside. Ooh, he's looking good tonight. He's drilled 9 of 15 so far.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Timeout called, the Heat. Hey, we see plenty of three-point shots every game, Brent. Would you say it's still a shooter's league?
Yeah, I would say it's still a scorer's league, DA, rather than a shooter, because, look, a lot of people can take shots. There aren't too many that make them efficiently. So that part is going nowhere. I think it's about creating points and trying to get it to the most opportunistic way you can score. That's what the offense's job is to do.
And the Raptors making a change here. Achua's checked in for Siakam. Scotty Barnes comes in for Boucher. OG Anunoby's checked in for Trent. And it's Ben in for Fred VanVleet. Oh, from deep. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Butler passes to Oladipo. Back to Butler. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Raptors.
Well, the great ones make their mark in the playoffs. And Jimmy Butler has certainly done that. Some Herculean performances when the chips were down.
Dedmon's checked in for Adebayo. And here's Bryant outside. It's rebounded by your 7. Miami has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Knocked away. Here comes Toronto on the push. They get it again. Achua with the dunk.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Hero for 3. Again, the Heat misses.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that one doesn't cost them.
And here's Bryant outside. Can't get it to drop. The Heat have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Butler passes to Oladipo. Hero for 3. He's got it. 3 for 7 now.
Slowly building up steam. Hit 1 from range in the first. He's hit 2 here in the second.
Bryant outside. 3-pointer. Knocks it down from distance. Bryant's got 35.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back with you shortly. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And for the Raptors, they're shooting at a
substitution.
Miami. Dedmon's checked in for Jimmy Butler, and Tyler Hero subbed in for Oladipo. So Toronto going with almost an entire new group here. Young, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. Boucher comes in for Scotty Barnes. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Anunoby. And it's Bryant in for Trent. Lowry and Hero are the backcourt. Bam Adebayo is out there with Caleb Martin. And it's Dedmon in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Drops in the 3.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Hero outside.
2 minutes.
Pass to Dedmon. Young with the double team. Dedmon, the pass to Hero. Martin outside. Shot clock at 5. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Lowry against Bryant. Oh, he tries a 3. He can't hit that time. Miami shooting just around 32% from the field. To the middle. Out to Lowry. From deep. Counted from distance. Lowry's got 6 points in the quarter.
After doing nothing from beyond the arc in the first half, he has turned things around.
Van Vliet, the pass to Bryant. Hey, expanding his range. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game. Pass to Hero. And yep, it's good. Hero's got 11 points.
The defense solid, but Tyler goes inside and stays confident with that hoop.
Van Vliet, the pass to Bryant. For three. Miami grabs the miss. Hero on the wing. The three. And the Heat, another three.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone.
Good. Another from three.
There it is. A shot that puts him tied at the top of the record books.
And he just can't be denied from deep. Now he's tied for most threes in a single game. Amazing.
Called on. First personal foul. Team foul number 4.
15 seconds left in the third. To the inside, Lowry, and he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
From Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
And here's Bryant outside. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Raptors delivering the blowout. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew, this is Brian.
Hey, congrats on the win. Now, it looked like you were in attack mode from the outset tonight.
Yeah, I definitely came out looking to put in work. You know, I know.
Not too many blessed with this corner vision. Don't give them knowledge, give them more religion. Poor decisions, mama couldn't pay, so they told her pray for the Lord's assistance. They read our souls, so we bought some Christians. Louboutin, who's LeBron? LeBron, shut up, dribble. We lost resistance. My words are beacon through the darkest distance. Converse with heathens that get lost in systems. Lead the village till them forces listen. Torches glisten. I sat with Cassius across from Liston. I'm Marcus Garvey with a heartless army. Malcolm by the curtains. You a carbon copy. I'm disturbing. Hard to stop me. Conform to life is what we always do. It's hard to accept the damage a would do. Now they wiping the floor with you. I can hike in the smallest view. It's all on you. It's not just a rap when you looking back, cause there's nothing there to look forward to. No use in mending when your heart is torn. So to them we hardly mourn, re-emerging in godly form. Cry when your daughter's born. Tell me how could you party on? You partly wrong. Just cover their ears when Megan and Cardi's on. Don't mean to single out these artist songs, but words is a weapon. That's what my father warned, and it's worse when the art performs. Yeah, the way I'm thinking astounds you. I'm saying what I want, you just saying what you're allowed to. You claim you married the